Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you an hourglass block. It's made very similarly to a lot of half square triangle blocks. I call it the hourglass block. I don't know why. I think I just called it that from the moment I started making it, but it's pretty simple. So the first thing is you're going to need two of one color, it doesn't matter what color, 5-inch squares, and then two of a different color 5-inch squares. Okay, so pretty simple that way. You're going to put a diagonal on one of these squares to create your half square triangle. And then you are going to sandwich these two together and you're going to sew on either side of that line. Then you are going to cut that right in half with your rotary blade. And I've sewed on both sides. So now when I open them up, these up, you should get a square. And I'm going to go ahead and press mine. And usually I would go ahead and trim them down to 4.5-inch squares because of time and because I know it's really close. Like this going from a 5-inch to a 4.5 is actually it's a pretty tight measurement. I'm just going to trim off my little edges here for getting rid of that bulk. And you should do that a second time with your second 5-inch square, so you should have 4 in total. Now to lay this out, since you're making an hourglass, you're going to put, for me, it's the dark areas together and the light areas together. So you almost get this really pretty square. So do you guys see the hourglass top and bottom there? Okay, so you're gonna sew together by rows. So we're gonna put right sides together and sew this bottom row together and then the top row. And then I will show you what to do from there. Okay, I've pressed them. They're sewn together. Can you see what those look like right there? So now you're going to sew these two together. Now to make sure that your seams, you don't have just a huge bulk in the middle, which it's hard not to do right here. I made sure and I pressed this seam that way and I pressed this seam that way. So opposite ways will help you out quite a bit. And then to make sure that the middle kind of meets, just make sure and line it up. You can put a pin in it if you want. I usually just hold it in place right there. So when I go to sew, I know that this is where I need to be. It's okay if the edges are off up here at the top. Don't line them up there. Line them up in the middle. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so now you're just going to trim it to 8.5 by an 8.5-inch block. I'm going to go ahead and press this in place, and then to square it up, you're just going to choose, so these sides are actually pretty clean. You can see that the sides are pretty straight right there. So I'm going to start on one of those sides to clean this up and get a right edge going. All done. And that is your hourglass block. Isn't that so pretty? I just love how clean it is and how beautiful a quilt turns out when you make something like this. Okay, you guys, so I sent this to the Fabric VIP people. If you didn't have a chance to grab it, make sure and join my Fabric VIP group because I send a PDF every week or every month, depending on what the project is. Quilt along projects, everything I do that's free, I send to the Fabric VIP group, and it's a totally free group. So all you have to do is click on my profile link, or go to KarinaGardner.com and click on exclusive VIP to be part of my free tutorial group. Thanks, guys.